and I'm going to close this thing out with Rocky versus Apollo Creed in 1976's Rocky. Man, I mean, this is one of the ultimate, not just sports movies, but underdog stories. They're just all of everything that is going on that leads us up to this fight. Even the fact that the fight is even happening, that, Apollo Creed as the champ is just giving this, no-name boxer an opportunity of a lifetime to get in the ring and go 15 rounds with him. And the arrogance of Apollo Creed thinking that he's just going to beat the snot out this dude, that this dude is going to be just a pushover, he's going to be light work. And then, as soon as, and as a viewer, the thing of it is from what we see up until the match, we think that, even as a viewer, that the outcome of the fight is predetermined. That Rocky's not gonna get out of this thing in good shape. And Apollo Creed, he comes out and he's got a lot going on. He's got this big hat going on. He's dancing. He's poking fun at Rocky. You can tell Rocky's not nervous, but he's new to this. This is an experience that he hasn't really had in his fighting career up until this point. And then soon as the bell rings, it is just like, it is mayhem in the ring. I mean, and Rocky is just, he's leading with his chest. It's all heart, whereas Apollo Creed is tactical. He's bobbing, he's weaving, he's throwing his jabs, and Rocky's like the announcer says it, he's like a bull in a china shop. And what happens is early in the fight, he knocks Apollo Creed down once, and that turns heads. Everyone's like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, and the champ thought he was going to be a bum because it's not even a fighter he's supposed to fight. He's a substitution.
Just given a chance to a nobody. And then, then as the fight progresses, what works for me is there is an overlying sense of realism in this fight. It feels like watching almost a real boxing match, to the point where we're seeing the fatigue set in, the sweat, and their faces just melting, especially Rocky's, like the bruising and the swollen eyes, and just all of this is happening as they're still just really just going for each other's throats, balls to the wall in every level, and still keeping the energy up. They're both getting knocked down. They're both getting back up, fighting. And then the crazy thing about it is you reach a point where Apollo is just really starting to put that work in on Rocky. And it's like, okay, Rocky, he's done, dog. He's done.
Cut man.
The cut man has to cut his eye so he can see. And it's like, oh my gosh, and you're seeing this, and you're like, man, that's some G shit right there he's doing.
Yeah, but basically this corner is like, you've done enough, dude.
You've done enough.
We got the check, and he's like,
Mickey wants to throw in the towel, but that's not good enough for him, because see, he has so much more, not to prove to the world, but to himself, and that's what he's leading with, and he's driving that pedal all the way to the floor, and then he's just going, and then he starts tagging that body, and Apollo Creed, you can tell he's favoring the side and everything, and then when they go into the flurry at the end, and Rocky's giving Apollo the business, and Apollo's kind of like, he's getting weeble wobble legs, he's getting those wet noodle legs, but then the bell rings, and of course they take it to the cards. Apollo wins, and that's one of the things. It's like when you watch this fight and you watch this movie, you're like, oh man, you kind of want to see Rocky win, but the fact of the matter is he lost the fight, but he won in life. Where he was at before given this opportunity and where he's at after is just, is a complete 180. And that's what makes this movie and this fight monumental, because it was a life-changing event. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. This song's great, man. The music, I think, sells this too, man. Because after that first round, then that joint, and it's the going the distance joint, which is really what it's all about, man. It's like regardless of what I do, I just want to know I gave it all in this moment and fought the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The corners tell him, like, bro, like, you done enough, and he's like, nah, bro, it's 12 rounds or 15 or whatever he was fighting back in the day, and I'm going to be in every one of these joints.
Yes.
He does it. It's really a great moment, man. Every time I watch this film and I watch this fight, by the end of this movie, I'm ready to take on the world, bro.
Yes.
It just has that impact still to this day for me, man.
Absolutely.